হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে। তোমরা এবার আমি থাক আমার করো, তোমরা তারপর স্টার্ট করো তখন।
ওকে ম্যাম।
ঠিক আছে, তোমাকে আর একটা মেশিন মিউট করতে হবে, হ্যাঁ, নাহলে দুটো থেকে ইকো আসছে। হ্যাঁ, একটা মেশিনকে মিউট করো, নাহলে ইকো আসছে। ওকে, হ্যাঁ, এখন ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে।
Kosturi, just check the audio. Am I audible? কোন দিকে সরাবো একটু বল। ঠিক আছে? It. I just don't want the window to come এই পাশটায়। ঠিক আছে, এমনি ঠিক আছে? হ্যাঁ, 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 তো তোদের সাউন্ডটা এত কম কেন? ওকে, এন্ট্রি দিতে শুরু করো। হ্যাঁ, এবার শুরু করো। দেবারতী, নাইস টু সি ইউ হিয়ার।
Yes, same to you as well. I think some of like my known people from North Bengal would be joining as well. Okay. Mm.
Yes, Professor Dhitiman Chakraborty, he had called me.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Yeah, his students. No, I had shared the link yesterday night only when you gave me. So I shared with my students as well to other students also. Meaning other faculty members who could share it. So he's told me today that some of his students had registered, but some have not, and they, even one of few of my students were also telling the same thing. But then I told them that see, the link was only active yesterday, so you
yeah. Actually, what happened, we couldn't control the huge response. So, till today, yesterday night, it was open. But he was saying that some of the students had registered but did not join the group. I think they did not opt for joining. So, I had asked him to give the numbers so that we can do it manually. The students' volunteers are there, so
okay,
that
okay,
will
okay,
not be a problem.
okay, okay, that won't be a problem.
Yeah.
So, one of my friend also now from Kuch Bihar, I'm seeing Mrinalini also here. Mrinalini, she is from
Okay,
one of the
that's
colleges in
wonderful.
Kuch Bihar. Huh? So Mrinalini was also because, but it, at late night, na, difficult to. And yesterday, on the top of it, like here the students were all they had told me that they were busy in that monosha pujo and all that, so most of them probably when I shared the link they thought, and even I mentioned that you have to do it tonight, so they didn't perhaps take note of that. So some of my students also told me today, so I told that you see, whoever has registered they can share the this link of the live streaming link, and you can listen to the lectures, but then you won't be able to join in or engage in any discussion or any
Uh,
of the certificates and all
yeah,
that.
they can access it from YouTube because we are doing it YouTube live.
Yes,
And
yes.
if they have any observations or questions, they can put it in the comment section there. And
And
our student volunteers will pick the questions up from there and give it to us. Okay, so
okay,
that
okay.
that also they can do.
Yeah, yeah.
We hadn't expected such a huge response, frankly speaking.
Yeah, actually, I think many peers, students, like most of the students, they have uh, Jane Austen. First of all, they love reading Austen. I must tell that, whenever I have asked them to read other novels, so as you all here know that how the response comes, so they are not interested in reading the novel as such, but for the first time I mean, not only for the first time, whenever I get to teach Austen, I have found that they have um, taken obviously they have also taken a delight in reading the text nowadays, which is very rare. So definitely I'm sure the same goes with other students as well. And like you people have Austen in your which semester do you teach Austen?
I think we have Austen in our fifth semester.
Same here. North Bengal also has it in the fifth semester. So I shared it with my fifth semester. I have even I had incidentally last to last no I started because I was doing my RC. So before that I started teaching Austen. So we are on almost on the midway, and so they have read the text also a bit. So that way, the students immediately could connect in that way. So definitely it's a very good mm, initiative. And since like what good thing is that you have planned it for a like longish one, so it's not that they are going to listen to the lectures back to back. So I think they can also enjoy therefore the talk, the lectures. So how many students now have registered now?
Uh, it's more than 450,
Wow, that's great.
and teachers it's almost 60 or
Six.
65,
Okay.
65 to 70. And
I
uh,
shared with my friends over here in friends and colleagues here in North Bengal. So I think somebody from Alipurduar also showed an interest. Mrinalini obviously is here. I think Shanchoita also wanted to join. So
yes, yes, I saw her. She have registered. Uh,
yeah, so there definitely lot of I don't know. Yeah, other people from Shanshwit is here only. So I don't know others from North Bengal, but like two of them I know. Apart from Shanshwita and Minanini, two of them told me that they have registered. So it will start very soon, right?
yeah, we'll be starting soon.
Okay.
Now, a very warm welcome to all of you present here. We extend a very warm welcome to all our distinguished uh, resource person who is already here, and our distinguished, esteemed faculty members from not only our district but from districts all over the state. We have research scholars who have joined us, and our very dear students to this national level seminar series. We have gathered here today to celebrate an extraordinary literary milestone, the 250th birth anniversary of Jane Austen. 2.5 centuries after her birth, in a quiet Hampshire parsonage, Austen's voice remains remarkably sharp, vital, and universal. This milestone offers more than just a historical reason to celebrate. We demand, it demands that we re-examine why her 2 inches wide of ivory, within quote, continues to capture the global imagination. Austen was not merely a chronicler of tea parties and courtship in Regency England. Beneath the polished domestic comedy lies a fierce critic of economic vulnerability, female autonomy, social hypocrisy, and human self deception. Commemorating her 250th year allows us to bridge the 19th and the 21st centuries, exploring how her keen psychological realism and unmatched irony speak directly to modern questions of gender, class, and narrative craft. Now, the title of our seminar series is given Plan of a Novel. Now, this draws directly from Austen's short satirical work, which was written around 1815, prompted by James Stainer Clark, librarian to Prince Regent, who offered Austen unsolicited advice on how she ought to write her next book. Austen responded not with compliance, but with a brilliant deadpan satire. She compiled a list of every melodrama, overblown moral cliches, and absurd literary trope expected of 19th century female novelists, outlining a perfect formula that was entirely unworkable and ridiculous. By adopting Plan of a Novel as our theme, we honor Austen's subversive spirit that highlights Austen's bold refusal to let patrons, critics, or societal expectations dictate the shape of her art. Now, over the next few months, therefore, we have Austen experts who will explore these dimensions, from her structural brilliance to her cultural legacy. I invite each of you to bring your critical insights to these discussions, celebrating a writer who taught us that the domestic space, when viewed with precision and wit, contains the entire human world. Thank you, and I wish you all a deeply engaging and intellectually rewarding evening today. We have with us our respected principal ma'am of Asansol Girls College. I would like to call upon her to say a few words as an inaugural part of the seminar series that we are beginning today. Professor Dr. Shati Nondi Chakraborty, Principal, Asansol Girls College.
Yes, very good evening, everyone. And thank you, Orpita Chakraborty, Madam. It is really a warm welcome to all the professors and the resource person, Dr. Sharbani Banerjee from TDB College, and all my dear colleagues and my dear students, to the National Seminar Series, that is a plan of a novel. So this commentating the Jane Austen at 2:50. And this is organized by our Department of English with the ages of IQAC of Asansol Girls College. After 250 years after her birth, the Jane Austen remains vital, not as a mere chronicler of Regency romance, but as a served critic of society and human behavior. It is really we really are fortunate enough to have all the participants, those who have joined in this evening across from all the district of West Bengal and also from out of West Bengal too, on this seminar series. The characters like the Elizabeth Bennet, Emma Woodhouse, and the Annie Elliot continue to challenge us today about the female agency and the constraint of social expectation. Across these 6 sessions, I hope our students cultivate the critical inquiry and interpret the depth and the rigorous thought, learning not just to find the answers, but to ask the right questions. So I really congratulate to our departments of English, IQAC organizer, and all the participants. I wish the seminar series a grand success. Let us celebrate the Jane Austen not merely by remembering her past, but by discovering why her voice still speaks to our present. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Your encouragement had gone a long way to successfully organize this seminar. I would now request Coordinator, Department of English, Dr. Ajoy Sengupta, to say a few words.
Thank you, Orpita. Good evening, respected Principal Ma'am, revered resource person, Dr. Sharbani Banerjee, our beloved Sharbani Di, respected faculty members, research scholars, and dear students. As the coordinator of the Department of English, Asansol Girls College, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the first session of our online national level seminar series, Plan of a Novel. This series is a special endeavor by our department to commemorate the 250th birth anniversary of one of the greatest novelists of English literature, Jane Austen. We are truly honored to initiate this academic journey today with an exceptionally intriguing topic. What is the topic today? Matchmaker, Meddler, Muse, the ethics of misreading in Emma. Now, to guide us through this exploration, we have with us our esteemed resource person, Dr. Sharbani Banerjee, Associate Professor of TDB College, Raniganj, West Bengal. Dr. Banerjee's expertise promises to shed new light on Austen's brilliant characterization, her complex narrative irony, and the subtle moral dilemmas woven into the fabric of Emma. I'm certain this session will be highly enriching for our students and faculty members alike. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Over to Orpita. Orpita, please.
We also have with us Dr. Biru Rajok, who is the IQAC coordinator of the college. I would invite Dr. Rajok to say a few words in this inaugural session.
Madam, good evening, respected Principal Madam, resource persons, faculty member, and dear students. On the behalf of IQAC Asansol Girls College, I warmly welcome everyone to today's academic sessions on such topic, Matchmaker, Meddler, Muse, the ethics of misreading in Emma. It is our privilege to Dr. Sharbani Banerjee as our resource person. We sincerely thank her for joining us and sharing her valuable academic insights. Jane Austen's Emma is not the simply a story of the romance and the matching. It's explore the how the assumption about the other can lead the misleading, misunderstanding, and the unintended consequences. Emma's journey also raises important question about the judgment, self-awareness, and the ethics of interfering in other people's life. So basically, I am here for the listening 2 days from the Shravani madam. So we are expecting a lot of from her, and I am confident that the Shravani Di will provide her discussion will provide us with the deeper and more engaging understanding for the celebration such novel. Once again, on the behalf of IQAC, I warmly welcome Dr. Sharbani Madam, all faculties member, all the students. I want to congratulate Department of English for organizing such program, such a national program, and this is not just a single day program; it's a series of the program. So thank you all. I wish everyone a fruitful and enriching session. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rajok. After this brief inaugural session, we directly enter the literary world of Jane Austen. Our focus today centers on Emma, a 1815 novel that represents the narrative culmination of Austen's mature period. The text is celebrated for its pioneering refinement of free indirect discourse, the boundary between third person objective narration and subjective character consciousness. Through this stylistic mastery, Austen constructs a heroine who is intellectually formidable yet epistemically compromised. Emma serves as a profound psychological case study. Uh, and the ethical dimensions of social privilege within the localized microcosm of Highbury. To guide our critical inquiry into these complex narrative mechanisms, we are privileged to welcome our esteemed speaker for today. Today we have with us Dr. Sharbani Banerjee Mukherjee, our very own Sharbani Di, who is an associate professor at the postgraduate department of English at TDB College, Raniganj, under Kazi Nazrul University, West Bengal. Since 1991, her areas of interest include American literature, post-50s British literature, post-colonial studies, partition literature, and gender studies. She is a co-editor of the American novel From Hawthorne to Heller, Cultural Context and Critical Perspectives, Macmillan Education, published in 2019. She has also co-edited a book titled Interrogating Eco-Literature and Sustainable Development with Routledge, Taylor Francis, London, 2023. She co-edited Engage, a course in communicative English with Cambridge University Press in the year 2024. She is associate editor of Literary Oracle, Journal of the Department of English, Behrampur University, Orissa. She was also UGC Visiting Fellow of English of Postgraduate Courses at the Department of English, University from 2016 to 2022. She has taught postgraduate courses at Burdman Women's College, Dokhin Dinajpur University, Bardhaman University, Kazi Nazrul University, Lady Brabourne College, and Maulana Azad College, Kolkata. We extend a warm welcome to our Sharbani Di, whose the title of whose presentation today is Matchmaker, Meddler, Muse, the Ethics of Misreading in Emma. Over to you, Sharbani Di.
At the very outset, I would like to accord my heartfelt thanks to Asansol Girls College, to their respected principal, to the Department of English, to all the faculty and students for providing me with this opportunity to speak at my alma mater again. Way back in 1980 to 82, I was a student of Asansol Girls College Higher Secondary section in arts, and I still hold in my heart very fond memories of all the corridors, all the gardens that we enjoyed during our 2 years course there. I was approached by the Department of English to speak on Austen, and even though there was a paucity of time and situations were difficult, I could not say no because Austen remains very, very close to my heart. And I'm sure of the hearts of all our generations who were brought up with the stories of Austen. When we were young, there was no television or mobiles were, thing or the fict of our imagination. So the only entertainment beyond our school and college hours were books. And books that inspired us, we would go back to it and read it again and again. I tell my students that I read Pride and Prejudice 17 times in a span of 6 years. When we were young, we studied Austen from the standard, rational, generalistic approach of a lady writing about little romances, little situations in the society, and how finally, after all the misunderstandings and the anticlimaxes, they merge together. And finally, everything is settled in the most acceptable and lovable manner. The characters are happy, we the readers are happy, and it ends on a tone of they lived happily ever after. But when critical theory came to complicate the horizon of literature, of all the languages, that was when critics began their rethinking process. And in the beginning of the late 19th, early 20th century, Austen's novels began to be read in the way she may have wanted us to read it. And that was where the depth of her understanding, the sharpness of her satire, the harshness of her humor, they were revealed and the layers were gradually peeled like an onion. And what emerges today is that Austen was not only modern in her concept, revolutionary in her presentation, but being a very clever woman, she hid it all very astutely within the folds of pretty descriptions, mockeries, and love romances, misunderstandings, letters, games, books, needlework, society balls, carriage rides, etc., etc. So today, when we read Austen, we first go through the singular, linear representation of her narrative and its characters, and then we take our daggers and our scissors and we begin to post-mortem it. So that is exactly the way I have tried to arrange this talk. I just hope that I will not bore you too much, because quite a bit has already been said about Emma and her sensibility, which I was going to say. So I will try to make my talk as brief as I can. For that, I wish to present a PowerPoint presentation so that it is easier for you to understand and for me to talk. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, it's
Yes, yes,
perfectly
yes.
fine, Sharbani.
Okay, thank you so much. So, as Dr. Orpita Chakraborty, my dear sister, and my dear brother, Dr. Ajay Sengupta, said just now, that the title of my paper is Matchmaker, Meddler, Muse, The Ethics of Misreading, Jane Austen's Emma. Matchmaker, we understand. Meddler, we also understand, one who meddles in others' affairs. And muse, though we understand it in, in literature as the goddesses of poetry. Here by muse, I mean who understands her lack of perception of human character regarding other people and regarding her own, and ultimately becomes the muse who is able to arrange everything in the most satisfactory manner. And in the process of this, we will discuss the ethics of misreading. Do we have the agency? Are we allowed the agency of misreading, misjudging, miscommunicating, and destroying a simple situation and making it complex and unacceptable to the characters? Do we have the right to meddle? That is what we are going to talk about. But initially, we will go just very briefly through an introductory portion, which is entirely directed to the dear students who are listening in. Jane Austen, oh dear, yes. Jane Austen obviously was born in 1775, and she passed over in the year, where is it now? In the year 1817. And Emma was published in 1815. Some of her works were published posthumously after her death. She was born in Stevenson, Hampshire, the seventh of 8 children in a close-knit clergyman's family. It is understood, though she was the daughter of a clergyman, it is very interesting that she does not draw the vicars and the clergymen in very beautiful light. We will see Mr. Elton in Emma. Many of you have seen, what is his name? Mr. Collins in Pride and Prejudice. They are all vicars and parsons and clergymen. She wrote quietly, and in her lifetime, she published her novels anonymously. In the title pages, it was only written by a lady. And most of her novels, actually all her novels, they center on the domestic lives of the English gentry, which she observes with wit and irony. Emma happens to be her 4th published novel, written at the height of, this is what critics say, at the height of her craft, and it was dedicated to the Prince Regent. Now, these